Let me tell you something that could truly change your life. You're not just a result of your talents or what you could be. Instead, you're the result of your daily habits. It doesn't matter how gifted, inspired, or ambitious you are. If your habits are messy, all over the place, or you're just reacting to things, your life will feel confusing, frustrating, and limited. But if you truly commit to building the right habits, you'll unlock a powerful law. This law will start transforming your life, not over many years, but in a matter of days. Success doesn't wait for those who are focused. It responds and obeys those who take charge through their thoughts, words, and actions. The key isn't making huge, grand gestures. It's in the small, daily routines you set up, repeat, and protect. In just 7 days, if you fully dive into them, these 7 habits can start to reshape your mind, change your energy, and shift your results. This happens not by luck, but by intentional change. Let's get started. The 7 habits for a transformed life. 1. Command your morning. The first hour of your day guides your mind. What you do when you wake up isn't just an action. It tells your subconscious mind who you are. Most people wake up and immediately lose control. They check their phone, get bombarded with noise, and react to the world. Their mind becomes messy. But if you want to be powerful, you must take control of your first moments. Wake up with purpose. Speak clearly. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I need to be today to achieve my main goal? Write it down, say it out loud, see it in your mind. This isn't just a religious ritual. It's how successful people build, create, and avoid just drifting through life. Create a morning routine that energizes you. Read, say positive affirmations, visualize, move your body, spend time in silence, and practice discipline. Don't just do what's popular. Do what makes you sharper. This one habit alone can set your life on an upward path, not because it's hard, but because it brings alignment. 2. Review your purpose daily. Someone without a purpose is like a leaf blowing in the wind. They move but go nowhere. They act but without power. Purpose gives energy to hard work, clarity to your actions, and joy to being disciplined. It's the root from which your decisions grow. But a root that isn't fed will rot. So, every single day, connect back to your main goal. Read it out loud, picture in your mind. Ask yourself, are my decisions today helping me achieve this purpose? If yes, move forward with courage. If no, change course immediately. This daily check-in reminds your mind of its ultimate goal. It trains your subconscious to stay on track and makes your mission very appealing. The more you immerse your mind in your vision, the more your world starts to work in your favor. Don't underestimate the power of this repetition. What you repeat with emotion becomes a belief, and once that belief takes hold, your subconscious will build every action, every connection, and every opportunity around it. 3. Protect your inputs ruthlessly. Your mind is fertile ground, and every word you hear, every image you see, every voice you let in, plants a seed. Some seeds grow good things, others grow poison. Most people leave their mind's gate wide open. They scroll, absorb, complain, gossip, and then wonder why their life is full of confusion and fear. But someone who guards their mind like a fortress will find it becomes a kingdom. You must decide what gets in. Choose your books carefully, pick your mentors wisely, and select your conversations intentionally. Let everything you take and serve your identity and sharpen your vision. If something brings doubt, cut it out. If it wastes time, remove it. If it weakens your standards, silence it. You can't afford to pollute your mind if you're building something great. Greatness is fragile when it's just starting. It needs to be protected. 4. Eliminate low-value activities. Every action you take either moves you closer to your vision or further away. There's no middle ground. What takes up your time also takes up your life. Most people trade hours for entertainment, days for distractions, and years for approval from others. You must become a master of what's important. Often ask yourself, is this aligned with my biggest goal? If not, get rid of it, delegate it, have someone else do it, or ignore it. Your time is the only thing you can't get more of. Use it like gold. Create systems that reduce how many of decisions you have to make. Set up your environment to remove temptations. Schedule your day so only the important things get done. Don't mistake being busy for making progress. Don't confuse effort with actually getting results. Success belongs to those who are selective. 5. Move your body, master your energy. Your body is the tool for your will. If it's weak, your actions will be weak. If it's lazy, your decisions will be lazy. This isn't about how you look, it's about your energy, focus, stamina, and clarity. Movement sparks the mind. Being disciplined in one area spills over into others. When you train your body daily, you're training your identity. You're telling yourself, I'm the kind of person who shows up, who keeps going, who overcomes. This isn't optional, it's fundamental. Even just 10 minutes of movement can change your mood, your focus, and your productivity. Don't let life's demands become your excuse. Your vitality is your responsibility. 6. Speak only what you want to see. Your words aren't casual, they're commands. Your subconscious mind listens to everything you say. Speak doubt, it will look for reasons to be afraid. Speak fear, and it will make you weaker. Speak limitation, and it will deliver it. So, discipline your language. Speak with precision. Speak in alignment with your goals. Speak as if your words are shaping the world, because they are. Say, I am focused. I am rising. I am ready. Speak powerfully, especially when you feel weak. That's when your words matter most. Stop using sarcasm that puts yourself down. Stop using humor that comes from failure. Every time you joke about your weakness, you make it stronger. Every time you mock your ambition, you steal energy from it. Your words shape your world. Train your tongue. 7. Review and reflect every evening. What isn't measured can't get better, and what isn't thought about can't be strengthened. Every night, ask yourself, what did I do today that moved me forward? Where did I put up with that needs to be fixed? Where did I act like my best self? Don't judge yourself. Train yourself. Reflection isn't about condemning yourself. It's about adjusting. It's how you get back on track. It's how you multiply success. It's how you build awareness. Spend 10 minutes alone with your thoughts. Write down your successes. Note your shortcomings. And most importantly, end with gratitude. Gratitude is the emotional glue that locks in lessons. When you thank someone for progress, your mind wants to repeat it. This habit alone can speed up your progress because it brings awareness to your behavior. And once you're aware of your behavior, you can control it. These 7 habits aren't just strategies, they're declarations. When you practice them, you're telling the world, I take my life seriously. I won't just drift anymore. I won't put things off. I'm stepping into mastery. Even though 7 days might seem short, it's more than enough to ignite the fire, build the foundation, and experience the power of being in alignment. And once you truly taste it, you'll never go back. You'll never again settle for average. You'll never again let excuses control your decisions. You'll never again forget who you're becoming because you've felt it. You've now seen what happens when you live from your vision, not your emotions, from your identity, not your impulses. You're no longer just hoping for transformation. You're practicing it daily. You now understand that these 7 habits aren't just actions. They're a philosophy, a system, a declaration to the universe that you won't wait for success anymore. You'll create it day by day, hour by hour, with clear thoughts and precise actions. Making these habits last a lifetime Identity is key. Let's go deeper. Just installing a habit isn't the same as truly living it. And living it requires one thing above all else: identity. The person who tries these habits for a week sees some results, but the person who adopts these habits sees a complete transformation. And once you achieve that transformation, it's irreversible. You must start seeing yourself as the kind of person who does these things, not just sometimes, not just when it's convenient, but as a way of life. And once you do that, the habits become easy. They stop being something you do and start becoming something you are. So, how do you bridge the gap between action and identity? First, understand this truth. Your subconscious mind is always listening. It's building your self-image from the actions you take most often. This means every time you get up early, review your purpose, protect what you take in, or move your body, you're casting a vote for the new you, a vote that overrides your old identity. That's why consistency matters more than intensity. A perfect day, followed by 6 days of falling back, doesn't do much. But small, aligned actions done daily build a new self-concept, and that self-concept becomes the thermostat for your life. You might temporarily rise or fall, but you'll always return to the level of your identity. So, the mission is clear: permanently raise your standards. To do that, you need to create systems that make these habits sustainable. Commanding your morning. Your morning is your launch pad, but launching without direction leads to chaos. Ask yourself, what do I need to feel, think, and do each morning to become unstoppable? Then design it. Write out the first 60 minutes. Create a flow that energizes your body, centers your mind, and sharpens your purpose. Maybe it's 5 minutes of stillness, 10 minutes of journaling, 20 minutes of reading, a walk, a workout, or a declaration of purpose. The specific parts aren't as important as the intention behind them. The key is ownership. This is your sacred hour. Guard it fiercely. Let nothing interrupt it. By the end of the week, you'll notice a difference, not because you did something dramatic, but because you started your day as a creator, not someone just reacting. And that difference grows over time. Reviewing your purpose. Purpose is the compass for high achievers. Without it, you drift. But with it, even storms can guide you. You must not just read your goals. You must connect with them. Feel them, visualize them, speak them aloud as if they're already real. Why? Because your subconscious accepts what's repeated with emotion. Once it accepts the vision, it starts reshaping your behavior to match. Link every day's effort to that vision. Say, this task might be small, but it's part of something enormous. That belief turns routine into a powerful ritual. It turns discipline into dedication, and it gives your life a momentum the world can't understand. Protecting your inputs. You've started filtering what enters your mind. Now it's time to improve the quality of those inputs. Fill your environment with messages that strengthen your power. Print your positive affirmations, hang your goals, listen to audios that challenge you, read words that inspire you, and watch content that helps you grow. Let every part of your world whisper your vision back to you. And remember, silence is a powerful input too. Don't fill every moment with noise. In silence, your subconscious speaks. It reveals resistance, sharpens your intentions, and clarifies confusion. Build time into your day to think, reflect, and listen to your inner voice. Eliminating low-value activity. Check your day. Where's your time slipping away? What actions bring no real benefit? What do you do just out of habit, not purpose? You must remove these things precisely, not out of guilt, but out of clarity. Every minute you get back becomes a brick in the foundation of your future. Use tools to block distractions. Schedule your priorities instead of just doing what's on your schedule. Eliminate unnecessary decisions by creating clear standards. And every evening ask, did I spend today aligned with my highest self? If not, Correct it immediately. Time isn't just a resource, it's your life in motion. Respect it. Moving your body, mastering energy. Your energy is your fuel for getting things done, and movement is the spark. Don't overcomplicate it. You don't need perfection, you need consistency. Maybe it's stretching, walking, or lifting weights, but move daily without debating it. And while you move, talk to yourself. Affirm your power, speak your goals, and imagine your future. Let your movement become a meditation, an activation, a declaration. Link your physical effort to your mental transformation. Tell yourself, each drop of sweat sharpens my discipline. That belief will change how you view effort, and effort will become something you desire. Speaking only what you want to see. Your language is your prophecy, and most people unknowingly curse their future with their own words. You must now become a guardian of your speech. No more jokes about failure. No more sarcasm that lowers your standards. No more casual words that make you feel powerless. Speak with authority, with intention, with belief. Let every sentence you speak affirm your identity, your purpose, and your future. And when you speak about others, do so in a way that elevates them. Why? Because what you project onto others, you amplify in yourself. You're always casting spells with your words. Make sure they're spells of growth, not spells of limitation. Evening reflection. This is your moment of mastery. The day is done, but the lesson remains. Sit with yourself. Ask, where did I win? Celebrate it. Where did I stray? Correct it. What did I learn? Record it. What will I do differently tomorrow? Decide it. This habit, when practiced nightly, turns time into a teacher. It breaks bad cycles and speeds up growth because awareness leads to adjustment, and adjustment leads to elevation. And above all, and with gratitude. Why? Because gratitude strengthens abundance, and abundance attracts more of itself. Gratitude isn't just polite, it's magnetic. It shifts your mindset from scarcity to overflowing, and from that state, success becomes inevitable. As these 7 habits become part of you, expect resistance. Your old identity won't give up easily. It will tempt you with ease, whisper, just skip today, and try to make you rationalize giving up. That's its nature, but you must not listen. You're no longer the person who gives into weakness. You're no longer the person who explains away their power. You're no longer the person who fears their greatness. You're a new creation, one habit at a time, one decision at a time, one day at a time. And the world, even if it doesn't see it yet, will feel the shift. Your energy will change, your speech will change, your actions will change, and soon, your results will follow. You've come this far. You've opened the door. You've stepped into a new level of self-awareness, discipline, and identity. The work you're doing isn't ordinary. These 7 habits, when done with intention and focus, aren't just routines. They are a revolution. They're the turning point in your life story. You need to understand something even more powerful than the habits themselves. The habits are tools. Yes, they're systems, they're anchors, but the driving force behind them, the power that makes them work, is belief. Not a weak, uncertain belief, but a strong, unshakable belief in one basic truth. You are not meant to live an ordinary life. There is greatness inside you, not just an idea, but a reality. And what unlocks it isn't just your potential, it's daily, repeated, focused practice. Let's talk about keeping these habits for life, not just for a week, but for a lifetime of power. Here's the truth. Once you've felt momentum, your old excuses will feel strange. Once you've felt the effort of discipline turn into results, laziness will become uncomfortable. Once you've lived with purpose, anything less will feel like a betrayal. The first thing you must do now is set a standard. A habit without a standard is fragile. You need something unmovable, something sacred. So set a standard for each habit. Don't just say, I'll do my morning routine. Say, I will rise at 5:30 a.m. every day without exception because my future is worth more than my sleep. Don't say, I'll try to move my body. Say, I will train for 30 minutes a day because my energy fuels my mission. Your standard isn't open for debate. It's not based on how you feel. It's based on your identity. And when your identity and your standards are aligned, your habits will run on autopilot. Next, you must master self-talk. Every habit you maintain long-term requires you to speak to yourself at a higher level. When your old identity tries to whisper excuses, you must talk back with authority. When that voice says, you deserve a break, you say, no, I deserve a future. When it says, just skip today, you say, winners show up daily. When it says, you'll never change, you say, I already have. This inner battle isn't a sign of weakness, it's the path. The more confidently you speak about your victory over yourself, the less power those old patterns will have. You don't just silence them, you replace them. Speak your habits, speak your standards, speak your progress, speak your future. Now, let's talk about momentum stacking. Momentum is delicate at the beginning, but once it gets going, it's almost unstoppable. So stack your wins. Celebrate every action that aligns with your goals. Don't wait for huge breakthroughs. Acknowledge every small shift. Every time you complete your morning routine, every time you review your purpose, every time you say no to a distraction, stack those wins in your mind. Say to yourself, look at the person I'm becoming. This is how your subconscious locks in the identity. It sees the repetition, it sees the consistency, it sees the feedback, and then it says, this is who we are now. That's when it becomes automatic. You no longer push the habit starts to pull you. But I must warn you, with progress comes tests. Life will test how real your transformation is. The test will come as pressure, as chaos, as people who challenge your new standards, as situations that ask, are you really who you say you are now? Don't fear the test. Welcome it. The test is the final stamp of transformation. If you pass, the identity becomes locked in. If you fail, you adjust, not with shame, but with clarity. Use failure as feedback, not a final judgment. Ask, why did I break the habit? What triggered it? What system failed? Then rebuild stronger, cleaner, wiser. You're not aiming for perfection. You're aiming for permanence. And permanence comes through refinement, not fantasy. Let's also talk about your circle. Your habits are influenced by your environment, and nothing influences you more than the people around you. Who are you spending time with? Are they challenging you to grow, or are they making your weaknesses comfortable? A group that reinforces your excuses isn't a circle, it's a cage. You need people who are building like you, speaking like you, and living with purpose like you. That energy is contagious, and the more you're surrounded by like-minded people, the more natural these habits become. Seek accountability. Share your standards. Declare your vision. Don't hide your greatness. Expose it to the right audience, because when you're known for your discipline, your environment will start to rise to meet it. Here's a final important point you must understand. You're not just doing these 7 habits. You are becoming the kind of person who lives them. The old you had excuses, the new you gets things done. The old you waited for motivation. The new you moves from your core identity. The old you hoped for change. The new you enforces change. This transformation happens in 7 days, not because all the results arrive, but because the root is planted, and once planted, it grows. You might not see the full harvest yet, but you can feel the roots. You can feel the shift. You can feel your power returning to you. You're no longer the person who watches others succeed. You're no longer the person who starts and stops. You're no longer the person who breaks promises to themselves. You are becoming unrecognizable to your past self, and that is the goal. The version of you who controls his mornings, who speaks power, who protects his energy, who moves with certainty, who reflects with clarity, who removes distractions, who lives with purpose. That person is being built every day. Every day you show up, he gets stronger. Every standard you enforce, he becomes more stable. Every doubt you silence, he becomes more permanent. And soon, he will be all that remains. So don't stop now. Keep practicing, keep refining, keep speaking the truth. Let these 7 habits not be a 7-day challenge, but a 7-day rebirth. The beginning of the person who no longer just reacts but creates, who no longer begs life for success but commands it, who no longer questions if change is possible but proves it with his actions. You're that person. Your habits are the proof. Your identity is the engine. And your future is no longer a question. It is a product of who you have chosen to become. So go live these habits. Strengthen your identity. Lead with purpose. Build with intention. Your life is no longer being written by chance. It's being designed by you.